and Go.
Unmuted, goddamn. What's up, good people? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. You understand? Back again, once again, for the Cheef and Go Show. It's the Cheef and Go Show. How y'all doing? What's going on? Everybody with them good government jobs. You know what I'm talking about? I know a lot of people happy. I know a lot of people happy. What's up, Mel B? Black Butterfly. Hey, Kim. I know a lot of people happy. I opened it up for you, okay? It's back open, okay? They're playing with the Epstein files. I don't need any trouble. I get my freak on, of course. Everyone knows. I told you I'm not going to heaven, okay? You're welcome. Yeah, y'all. Get some people up in here. Did I do my Instagram? Yeah, I'm good. I think. Well, oh, see, it be looking like it's live. But yeah, y'all. I'm your host, Chief Dog, Chief Rocker, Chief Dizzle for Shizzle for Sheezy for Show. Mr. Chief, keep it brief. Welcome to the Cheef and Go. I want to talk about uh the history of go-go music and go-go releases, go-go songs that have been released on the market from the first to the present. Um and want to find out what's your favorite song. We're gonna talk about you know, whether certain songs made the charts, like what's really hot, what was hot locally, what was hot, what made it out of the area. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna talk about it all, guys. I got my man Chef Kenny with me, riding co-pilot.
Yeah.
You know,
What's going on?
got a lot of go-go knowledge, so we gonna get into it, man. I think we need to talk about that because you know what makes a genre is the music, right? And the music that's released. Because, if it's just in the clubs in the neighborhood, in the area, it remains local. But the music that was released and made it to the world, to the ears of the world, whether it's just nationally or internationally. So I did a little homework, and hey, that's what I want to talk about. What's up, Keith? What's up, little cuz? Appreciate you coming through. Eric, my man E out the Natty. Sheer Madness. From them Sheer Madness stars. Good to see you, brother. Good to see everybody alive and breathing. Cause tomorrow ain't promised. Look, hey, y'all wake up every day like this. Yes, thank you, God. Oh my God, another one.
Absolutely.
I made it. Man, you better be grateful because people is going up out of here. R.I.P. to my man, my Piggy.
Rest in peace, Pernell.
Pernell. Man, look, it's we probably can go through a whole list, but it's going on way too often. Life is lifing, death is deafing.
For sure.
You hear me? So I want to start off just to set, to put us back in that time frame and that mindset of when like I said, when the beginnings, when these records were released, a lot of them that actually made it, internationally and did the numbers in the charts. A lot of these records we're going to talk about initially happened around this time. So I want to start off and just, warm it up with a little RE from Go Go Live. Because in my opinion, they stole the show. What's up, Sweets? Sweets in the building. Hey, right, perfect. Because I first heard RE riding with my cousin Sweets uptown all day. Every time I get in the car, it's gonna be Funk and Mickey. And Sweets be playing on the dashboard, but walk. And I used to think he could play. And later I found out that nigga can't play a lick of Congo and Grandma Green joint and Grandma Annie joint. But yeah, that's how I really heard Essence really got my first good help in the essence was Sweets and my cousin Alvin on the south side, but Sweets was a little older in Uptown, and that was his band. So let's warm it up with a little bit of this REUD, and then we're gonna get into this conversation.
Washington, D.C., LA, Maryland, Oklahoma City, Virginia. You just as good as the say what? Say what? You must something. Let me hear. When you say, hey, oh, I love this spot. Get it? Oh, you sounded good. Like, let's get this side over here. Oh, sit back, honey. Say, hey. All right, let's act. Let me. Let's see, man. Oh, sit down. Hey. And now, oh, I love that part. You hear me? I said, yo, hey, are y'all feeling good? Are you looking good? Are you feeling good? Are you looking good? Are you feeling good? Are you looking good? Are you feeling good for singing? Are you feeling good? Hey, when you say, hey, hey, come on over, y'all. Ah, sucks now, hey. Now, ah, sucks now, get it? Oh, what I say, hey, I'll do darling. Oh, listen to that. Now, I love this spot, y'all. Oh, let me explain this, y'all. Let me explain that. Now, listen to this. I said, nevertheless, let me explain. This is the best damn beat in this domain. Do me a favor for me and my team. When I say scream, now would y'all scream? Scream! 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 Let's scream! Hey! Well, we want to party, we want to party. 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 And we want to party, we want to party. We want to party, we want to party. I said we want to party, we want to party. We want to party, we want to party. What we have together, let's say more for you. That's the Germany, the Germany, that's the thing. Let's chill it. But if you want to black time, we'll chill it. Who me, I'm not the boy. Jesus, I've been around for years, but I was very few.
All right, y'all. So I just wanted to warm it up with that because that was the era, the golden era for real, when bands was I mean Go Go Live happened. I mean that's one of the biggest moments in Go Go to date,
Absolutely.
and I just feel like I played the Essence joint because Funk warmed that. I mean Essence all together, their whole performance and the gimmicks and Chuck Brown terminated and all that, the whole thing they did. It was just I think they came out on top that night. So I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of that. What's up, drummer boy? Drummer boy Williams. What's up, family? Camellia. Camille. That's C Mills, y'all, in the building. Appreciate you. Hey, come on, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into the best go-go songs ever recorded. Can y'all give me y'all favorites? You know what I'm talking about? Give me the favorites.
By recorded, you mean radio spans or just out there?
What's up? Yeah, I've been posting some videos, man. I've been getting back on the set, man. Appreciate it. I mean, we gonna talk about them all. We're gonna talk about recorded, the things that was local, but I'm talking about released mainly. I'm talking some, like I said, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do it in order. I'm gonna go back to the origins of go-go recordings and the biggest songs and the best songs. That's what I'm saying. I want to hear what people opinion of their favorite songs for one, whether it just be, you know, it got to be recorded though.
Okay.
We're not really talking about, you know, grooves that bands hit when you go see them. We talking about recorded music that was released on the market, right? Because that's, like I said, that's what gets us noticed and can bring us. If we get enough of that in a year, we can have a genre. You know what I'm saying? We could be established and we could be recognized. But at this point, we're not getting enough of that. Whether it be a cover, whether it, you know, a lot of stuff that was recorded was covers, like Chuck Brown's or Ashley's Roach clip, and a lot of that stuff was covers. And you know, people may not know. Um, it was some covers done in the beginning. Trouble Funk did a lot of original music that was sampled by many artists later to come, right? Trouble Funk is one of the most sampled bands to this day. So I'm saying, you know, I'm just asking, Sexy Lady, of course, Take Me Out to See Junkyard, always.
Sardines.
Sardines, right? Let's Get Small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Water Dance.
The Water Dance. The Booty Call. Van Dam is one of my favorites. Hey, yo. 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You got Doing the Butt.
Doing the Butt. Now we talking, right? Now we talking. Sardines. Now we talking, right?
You know what I just found out? I always thought that EU wrote that song.
Marcus Miller.
Yep.
Yep.
I ain't know.
Yeah. I read an article a few years ago. I said, oh, I ain't know either. But yeah, I mean, you know, he enlisted, you know, the people he knew could get it done at that time because it was a movie soundtrack and it was, you know, Spike had the vision.
Absolutely.
Love Grace Jones cover by who? We talking about Slave to the Rhythm, Sweets. Slave to the Rhythm. You know, that's Juju. That's Juju House playing on there from that was with EU and, you know, playing with Chuck, but mainly EU. Juju done toured with Adrian Ferris and them and toured David Sanborn. He done jazz. Juju done been all over the world. That's one of our hitters.
Sexy Lady Bud.
The Bud. Wise. Absolutely. I see the lights. That's my shit.
Absolutely.
I see the party lights, the red and blue.
Was that recorded?
Yeah, but what song is that in? It's in Happy Birthday or somewhere in Lockett. I think Funk just say that in different joints, but it's probably usually where do you go the one rock it to the beat. Well,
I think so.
Yeah, that dun 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 dun. I think he do that in Lockett a lot.
I had a hammer.
Yeah. All right. So thank y'all for y'all input. Yeah, the Bucks definitely have many more. Appreciate you, Damon, because you already know. But it's a lot of them out there. But
EU Freeze.
It ain't but so many of them that was officially released and recorded.
We can't forget about my man D. Floyd with Overnight Scenario.
Overnight, that's Essence, but D. Floyd, but that was with Essence. Yeah. But my favorite D. Floyd joint is when she come in, she comes straight to the bar. That's a new joint, man. That's my joint. But like I said, is it recorded? Yeah, it might be on iTunes, and you know, and so if it is, that's recorded, that's released. That's what I'm talking about. But back in the day, it was a little different. Yes, C-Mills. Mr. Bixter,
absolutely.
Man.
Nightmare on My Street. That was J.Y.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around, J.Y.
Okay. Yeah. But we getting into a lot of covers
You
That's
said
it. Like the
covers?
band hit it. No, I'm saying covers were sometimes recorded and released officially,
Oh, okay.
right? Like Chuck Brown, Ashley's Roach clip. A lot of that stuff. Run Joe might have been a cover that he flipped. Louis Jordan is a jazz artist that he was taking a lot of that stuff from. So I'm saying, shut up. Shut up. I don't know what that means. No, that's a song. That's a song, John. But now, I'm talking about recorded joints released, like because in these days, these bands was with labels, and for all intents and purposes, the Huggerbucks was with a label. Pure Elegance was with a label. You got Rio and Charlie, right? So, all right, let's get into this. So, throughout the history of go-go, right? You had Island Records. Um, when Trouble Funk did uh Drop the Bomb, that was through Sugar Hill Records, right? And Drop the Bomb album, which Drop the Bomb was on it, and Pump Me Up, Pump It Up, whatever it's called. Both of those, I think, got gold status. They made the charts, right? Then you had EU was with, I can't remember the label EU went with when they did. It wasn't a but. It was after that they got picked up. Taste of Your Love
Right.
when they did some of them records. But these bands were actually,
Ow.
affiliated with labels. Diddy picked up Essence, was about to rock with Essence when he did Lock It for the Strictly Business soundtrack, movie soundtrack, 1991. So that's what I'm saying, released and published like in a way for the masses, which was a whole different thing than now. But now, if we talk about current songs, we talking about you put it on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's out there for the world to hear. So that's what I'm saying. How much music that we have that's a song, a groove, however we did it, we made it a song where it could be digested by the masses commercially, worldwide. And I want to take it all the way back. And like I said, I did a little research. So we go back to 1979,
Okay.
which I thought was 76. Bustin' Loose was Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't just Chuck Brown, right? So that was one of the first big records to be released and get that national play. And still, like you'll hear it on XM radio and things like that. So that would, I'm thinking that's the first. So if we go in chronological order, right?
Okay.
So that song hit number one on the R&B US charts for about 4 weeks, I think. I think that's what it said, about 4 weeks. And it peaked at 31 on the top 100, top 200 US charts. Right? So we talking about go-go music that charted. Now,
And Chuck was on Soul Train.
exactly. But this is the time where, like, so we putting some paint where it ain't at this point. This wasn't even, it wasn't even having this. So Bustin' Loose, it got all the elements of go-go, but it ain't, the congos ain't mixed in there loud. This was at the time where go-go was being birthed, and they were transitioning from top 40 bands, but it's still, for all intents and purposes, one of the first go-go songs recorded, charted, right? Number one on the R&B US charts for about 4 weeks, and it peaked at 31 on the top 100 Billboard charts, right? 79. Then you got, man, look, then you got this Trouble Phone joint. I gotta go look at my notes for this one. It was too much to put, right? Let me give y'all the Trouble Phone. Like I said, one of the most sampled bands in the world, not just in go-go. So Trouble Funk, you hear me? 1980 E flat boogie, 72 on the US R&B charts. Hey Fellas, 1982, 63 on the US R&B charts. Trouble Funk Express, da dun 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 dun. The joint that Backyard flipped for their 99 joint, right? 1983, US charts 77 on the US charts. Then Drop the Bomb, hit 99 on the UK charts. Say What, I think that's the album Say What. Drop the Bomb was an album too. Still Smoking hit 80 on the US charts. Good to Go hit 66 on the US charts. Man, they got a joint called Woman of Principle. I don't even know what that is. Hit 39 on what's the NL, the Netherlands? I don't know. But they got the biggest list of charting records, right? The UK, Trouble 1987, 95, 99. But Trouble Funk was also number one for several weeks with the Drop the Bomb album on the US R&B charts, right? So that's more than Chuck. So
Shout out to
I want to like, because like a lot of us got stuff in our mind, like what was the best and who was the best and this and that. But I'm just looking at numbers. Numbers don't lie. And so as I'm looking this stuff up, and I kind of know that Trouble Funk made a lot of noise in those days. Like I said, they one of the most sampled bands. Chuck is definitely the godfather. We know what Chuck brought, and in the 79, he charted with Bustin' Loose, Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers.
I feel like busting loose.
Yeah. And then he had I Want Some Money. That was a big record. He had some other big records, right? Shake Your Tamarine on to Get Yourself a Living, right? The Jones Swiss Beat sample. But I don't think he ever hit the charts again. Now,
what about the joint with Jill Scott? That ain't chart?
That ain't chart, but he was nominated for a Grammy.
And you
right?
can't beat that.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. Just the nominations.
Yeah. So yeah, these accolades. But I just want to do the knowledge on this. And let me tell you, Bustin' Loose did make the charts with Nelly. Hot in Here.
Absolutely.
It still made the charts once Nelly sampled it later. How many years later? What was that? Shit, 20, 30, 25 years later when Nelly did 2002, right? And from what I understand, Chuck got some nice residuals for that. All right, Cheef and Kenny, the best ever. Who is that?
That's Sister Girl.
What's up, Sister Girl? Appreciate you tuning in.
Yes. Indeed.
This is my guy right here, man. 100 grand.
That's my partner right there.
We're gonna do the knowledge.
She's sharp.
That's the partner for the jump.
That's one of my podcast mates.
Yeah,
upcoming.
So
we'll get into that.
Yeah. So Kenny got a podcast coming up, y'all. We gonna talk about that. Yeah, Nelly definitely used Chuck. He sampled that joint. It's getting hot in here. So we doing the knowledge, y'all, because let's not be unclear about this. When we talking to people from out of town and out of state, or people that just don't know about our culture, our sound, we need to know these facts, right? Absolutely. Run Joe for sure.
Absolutely. Police man.
It's on the premises, y'all.
What is he doing?
Hey, he said Mo and Joe had a candy store.
Making a fortune behind the door.
Yes, indeed. So I'm just giving y'all the chronological, right? So that happened. And then you fast forward to 82. That's the Trouble Funk I was just talking about. That was Drop the Bomb. So now we talking about 79, 82. Now we got a presence, right? And these Chuck Brown and Trouble Funk toured the world.
Tokyo and all
that. Montreal Jazz Fest. They was out here. They was outside.
Absolutely.
Right? So these are roots, right? This is what kicked it off. Then, if you want to put DC Scorpio and them in there, right? That's part of what influenced the culture. That was about 86. The Stone Cold Hustler.
Yes, sir.
Right? And Stinking Ink.
Getting riggedy raw.
Yeah. That was like 91. But so before that, we had the Word Sardines, right? Junkyard was signed to Def Jam.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that, right? You remember the movie Tougher Than Leather, right? You remember the movie DC Cab? Junkyard was in movies early, right? They were signed to Def Jam at a time where before LL Cool J was famous, before Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, they were signing all these people. They were building the label, and Junkyard was their band from DC, them youngins on them buckets on that label. Yeah. By the way, Rock the Bells, LL Cool J sampled Trouble Funk, right? African Bambaataa sampled Trouble Funk. So all this was going on in these early 80 times when hip hop was being, birth was coming about, and go-go at the same time. But yeah, so Junkyard released Sardines, the Word Sardines, produced by Rick Rubin, Def Jam, in 1986. right? So now so hold up now. Oh yeah, okay. I'm on schedule. So we talking about Bustin' Loose 79, some pretty decent success, and still, right? Longevity. Then we talking about Drop the Bomb with E flat boogie, and we like we said, all the trouble funk Jones, but Pump It Up from that album, Drop the Bomb.
Mhm.
That was getting sampled. Now we move to the Word Sardines, Junkyard. This is 86. Salt and Pepper sampled that later. My mic sounds nice. So whether Junkyard didn't chart with that song, but they charted with Salt and Pepper, right?
Absolutely.
Chuck might not have charted back in that day, but he charted with Nelly. So let's just say we was on the billboards, okay? And then you fast forward to 1988. Now we got the butt. Probably the biggest go-go song ever. I mean, it had a movie to carry it in. You know what I'm saying? Had help from Marcus Miller. I mean, the word Sardines had help from Rick Rubin, one of the best to ever do it. But you know what I'm saying? Just look at the company we had even in them days, right? When go-go it was like a new thing, and it was like, it was a different move. It was a different market. It was a different demographic climate of music, but it was a new thing, and people were excited about it and attaching themselves to it. And so that's how these records, like I said, was produced or were able to be released in a big way, right?
Yeah.
To get
To
to
reach
get
the
all that
masses.
reach the masses, right? Because they had labels, they had these were movie soundtracks. Um, you know, Chuck was like the first to do it, so and it was just pristine. The best Bustin' Loose is just man. If you listen to that record, it's sonically, you know. But like I said, then he did Money, he had Shake It Tambourine, but Chuck got uh We the People, 72. Chuck and the Soul Searchers, they had been doing records, but it was more like funk. EU too. I forget the record EU had. EU had records in the 70s, but they were transitioning from top 40 bands and trying to, doing the Earth, Wind, and Fire thing and Cool in the Gang. You know what I'm saying? Um, yes, Toya. We doing the knowledge, Toya. You hear me? Landover in the building. NFL. What's up, Tasha? We doing the knowledge, y'all, on this go-go music and these recordings. So these, it's just a few that really just open that door, or like I said, have staying power. And as I'm looking it up, a lot of them did chart. Like I said, the word didn't chart through Junkyard, but Sardines, my mic sounds nice. It definitely charted with that. That's still a classic. The word and Sardines is still a classic. These are records you will hear in other states and other countries, even Stinking Ink One Track Mind. Like I said, that's 91. So let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think Red Essence's biggest record was?
Mm.
Trick question. Stop cheating, Kenny. I ain't know this. I was doing a little homework. Yeah, I'm doing a little homework
No,
today.
I'm trying to think too. Uh,
All right, while y'all think about that, let's do it for the family. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Lil Benny the helicopter.
absolutely.
Lil Benny and the Masters had We Come Who Comes the Boogie, right? That's 85. That charted at number 33 on the UK charts. In 1985, Lil Benny and the Masters charted, right? So this is how much people overseas appreciate and love our music. We charting overseas. Like I read you the Trouble Funk. They had big,
UK hits.
yeah, big joints that was tapping in all the way over there. So Camellia say Gucci watch, C Mills,
Oh yeah, put your Gucci watch. Yeah. I was drawing a blank.
yeah, okay. Gucci watch. I put the Gucci watch on, synchronize the time. Let's rock. Oh shit, young man. That's my man. Shout out to James Funk,
I
the
heard
entertainer.
I heard Nick James Funk make a whole song up about somebody lost a key.
Man, he's a genius, man. Like, I mean, and outside looking in, you see he at the party, you hear about him. He's like this legend. But when you right there and working with him, you actually see the genius. And I'm just I'm grateful to be able to work with him. And like I'm looking at that Essence that night, right? That night is still, I think, why he kind of, when you ask who the best, he kind of take that title because he showed off that night. I'm watching Bad did his thing, but that crowd participation, he did that shit for about 10 minutes. He had them people, hey, where y'all from? He just, just strolling across the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the red and white, they just look good. But I think it was like moments like that. I mean, of course, millions of moments with Funk because he's just a natural. That's what he do. So it's just been nights where, he mad. That's what I told people. He's a magic man. Like I've seen this dude work magic, man. Yeah, R.I.P. Benny. Little Benny. Little Benny Harley.
Sister girl say working the walls, overnight scenario.
Work the walls of Go-Go Mickey. All right, y'all got it. Y'all won. Work the Walls. The biggest song Red Essence ever recorded. Ain't that something? That's national, 92. It didn't chart, but it's the biggest song to date that Red Essence. Because remember they had the video?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Sean Crosby? That from the Showbiz Kids with Joyce and them. She was in that video. I used to be like, yeah, I know her. She be with my cousin. She be teaching my cousin Jamel. Yeah, Sean, and look at Jamel now. Yeah. But Work the Walls was the biggest joint, even though Lockett made it to the movie soundtrack to Strictly Business, and they was dealing with Diddy, which was 91. I guess that kind of gave them some exposure. Then in 92, Work the Walls was the biggest joint, bigger than Overnight Scenario, bigger than Body Moves, bigger than Lockett, bigger than the One-on-One. I mean, for us here now, that might be different, right? Body Snatchers, but worldwide, that's their biggest joint. Work the Walls. I didn't know that. Y'all pretty good. Y'all know something. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. The Tarzan. Bunch. It's Georgia the Jungle.
With the Oprah Winfrey Jones.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, they mixed all that in. And how they get by with the Oprah Winfrey? I guess because they replayed it and it wasn't. But that's a great point, Damon, because I was thinking about that, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's all I kept hearing. I kept hearing that, and I was like, that stood out. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that make a record stand out. And if you think about the Tarzan sample, that created Work the Walls, right? That created that pattern, Work the Walls, which ended up becoming the Dope Jam, which ended up becoming the bounce beat. Let's do the knowledge, y'all. Come on, it's only on the Cheef and Go. God damn it, we ain't new to this. We true to this. Got my man Kenny the chef in here.
Hello.
You heard?
Yes, indeed.
Look, man, how about that? That Tarzan sample. But yeah, so. That's pretty much where it stopped though. Like that them days.
Was mean.
Yeah, man. We had our little basement bands and we was trying to duplicate and emulate. But yeah, them was like the biggest joints so far.
I had a band for 2 days. I got on the mic and started singing Junkyard shit. They said you fired.
Shit, look, that's usually how the band started. Taking, you copying who you was influenced by. Until you do it enough to make it your own. Like if y'all saw the interview with me and Coop, he went uptown and found Backyard, him and Chucky, right? Well, he found out about him, took Chucky up there, and they was like on buckets like Junkyard, and doing songs, emulating Junkyard and Essence pretty much at the same time. So when you listen to Treat It Like a Prostitute, don't treat it Backyard, the 91, we in the Dope Jam. They basically they flip, and the essence, we left out Uptown, and we left out all that type of stuff. They implemented the Junkyard influence with the Essence influence, did it long enough, and came up with Backyard sound. You know what I'm saying? That's usually how it's done. But yeah, those was the biggest records, y'all. Now, of course, so them the early 90s, you got Stinky Dink, One Track Mind going crazy.
Who's still out there working today?
Yeah, still to this day, and that song still rocking overseas and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big record and impactful, right? Had a lot of influence on on the music, especially on a producer like me, hip hop that's fusing it with the hip hop, right? Like how do I make a beat that's close enough to go, you know what I'm saying? That get that knock and it ain't a band, but still make you rock to it. And so that was one of the first examples of that. Because Scorpio was first with Stone Cold Hustler, but it wasn't a go uh beat necessarily. He just did it at Go Live with Chuck over the Go beat that, you know, that kind of gave it that popularity. But yeah, and then we, you know, now we talking about the Gucci watches and the overnight scenarios. Well, you know, we see the effects of that, impact of that, and Jay-Z ran with it. Then he tried to say, you know, go they take everybody music anyway. What that got to do with it? That wasn't, we didn't take that one. That was original. You took it. So that make it right because, you know, we remix songs usually, like that's part of our culture, like reggae, and we make y'all songs better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happened with that. I heard a couple things. I don't know if Donnell ever got any compensations, but so yeah, that's when them joints come in. Who? Who two shot at yeah, reveal their faces. Curtis Blow. Oh yeah, Curtis Blow. These are the breaks.
Okay.
These are the
Yeah.
breaks. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot of sampling in them days. Then, like I said, go and hip hop like cousins, and we both was kind of coming up at the same time, coming to visit. We go to New York. We trade. You know, we learn about their slang. We learn about their culture. We learn about their music, how they dress, everything, you know. And then they'd come down here and pick up stuff. They was coming down here to see Chuck Brown, and looking at Chuck did the crowd response, right? The audience participation. The put your hands in the air. A lot of that, right? I forgot Reds and the Boys. You got put your hands up in the air, one hand up in the air, the other hand down in your underwear. You got moving and grooving, right? I forgot about them. So a lot of this was going on at that time. You got Reds and the Boys. Yep. Moving and grooving, hitting and holding. And so I was getting into earlier. You got TTED, right? That's Max Kidd. You got Charlie Fenwick and you got Rio Edwards. They was together at one time. Future Records. If you look at if you got any old vinyl, you'll see these names. You have Future Records, you have Max Kidd, that's TTED. These were the main producers and distributors of go-go in that time. And like I said, Essence was dealing with Island, and they might have had a song deal with, here and the EU had a deal. Junk was with Def Jam, and usually the record label was trying to water down the go-go band sound, and the band ended up leaving. And we've been on our own ever since. But we always had, and then Charlie and Rio went on to start their own thing. Sound by Charlie, Rio, what is it? Venture, I forget Rio. But if you look at most of the stuff on YouTube, you're gonna see Sound by Charlie or Rio. I forget the Rio name. Venture. What the hell is Rio joint called? And Charlie called Thump now, and was Sound by Charlie. So they kind of even changed. Rio, I think, went through a couple names too. But these are the pillars of go-go that have brought you any of these type of records that, like I said, are released on that scale, right? On the national, on the mass, to the masses. These were the labels or producers of this music, right? So when you had the Huggerbucks going, that was Charlie. Then Rio came right back, and he had Pure Elegance. Rio did a lot of Chuck stuff. Damn, what's Rio joint called? I gotta find it. It should be right here. Um, Basically, they was behind a lot of this stuff. Charlie and Rio have been the pillars of go-go music for a long time, along with Liaison, Tom and Becky, who were the distribution company, the physical distribution company. When we were making CDs, that was the company that was printing up the CDs and shipping them out. And over time they split up and went their separate ways. And I know Tom was doing a lot of stuff with Rio and Chuck and on that side, and Becky was working with Charlie and Sound by Charlie. So that's just a little doing the knowledge. What's up, Shablash? That's DJ Flat Shablash, y'all, the world famous. The world famous. Appreciate you coming through. He said, hip hop has always sampled something, right? I mean, and Go going has remade a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Over the history of over time, it's just that it's just it's some things that's original, but just like hip hop, some of the great hip hop producers may sample 2 or 3 parts from different records and put it all
Make it their
together,
own,
right?
yeah.
And you won't even know, right? Go do the same thing. He might have different parts from several records because, like I said, we cousins. We was giving each other game. You know, we was going up and down that road and trading
Growing up
off
together.
trade secrets. Yeah, and they just we had the band interpretation. They had the DJ, Grandmaster Flash, Cool Herc. They them guys were finding the break beat on records and doing everything over that break beat. And those two, they had the 4 tracks and them you get a couple seconds of sample time. And so they was mastering that art and we were mastering the drum set and the congos and the swing and the musicians and bringing it in and playing it like that, which was usually harder because you're dealing with about 7 or 8 people. But that was their thing and the hip hop, and they mastered it. They figured it out. You got a producer or DJ. You got a couple people. You got the rapper, a couple rappers, and like a manager or somebody, and that's 3 or 4 people, and they ran with it, and they was able to, take it and blow it up. I think faster because of that, because they didn't have the personalities of the band to deal with, and that's more people to have to get on board to sail off. But yeah, that's the genre samples. Right, right. I mean, the hip hop we grew up on was the music we heard riding in the car and cleaning up the house on Saturdays and at the cookhouse with our parents. So it was already familiar to us.
I seen an interview with Eric Sherman, and he was saying how back in the day, rap artists couldn't even come to DC unless they played with a band because they know
Mm-hmm.
we ain't, we listen to rap, but that's not our first love.
Mm-hmm.
So they know they couldn't appeal to us without a go-go band. So, you had EPMD, you had Ice Cube and Yo-Yo. You know what I'm saying? They'd come down to Triples or one of the other clubs to, because they know that was the only way that was going to captivate us. You had to be with our people in order for it to really hit home.
Yeah, we were used to the band culture. We were used to. I mean, before Go Go even we had Chuck. I'm like anyway got top 40 bands, but we had P Funk and Chocolate City. A lot of that stuff was related to us. The Cool in
Yeah,
the Gang, Frankie Beverly. So we were just more intrigued by a band and the depth on stage. Now I can look at the drummer and the percussionist and see. I got things to look at that's gonna keep my attention, and it's a synergy of all these people, amalgamating together that's creating this sound that it's just it's heavier, it's deeper, right? It's richer. And they, you know, rap, you got the DJ and the nigga his pants falling down and he yelling too loud. I mean, sometimes it's good rap too. I've seen great rappers, but I'm just saying we were more used to that culture. So when they came down,
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
adding up to it.
yeah,
But even R&B, they say R. Kelly, man, it's been plenty of people got booed off
yeah,
that tried to come and do it without the band. Like Shabazz say, hip hop used to hire the go-go bands to come and replay a lot of the music. Yeah, Trouble Funk. Yeah, we're gonna fly y'all in, and give us that break beat, right?
yeah,
Facts. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge that ain't in the books that you gotta talk to the
if you know, you
people.
know.
If like I used to be in practice with platinum artists used to perform before the bands because if the bands had to play first, yeah, they would leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how we roll. Man, look, we need that crank, we need that energy, full energy. And that's how it was. And unfortunately, it's not like that no more. But we really need to start collaborating with when the national artists come and they on a show with a go-go man like Scarface and Devin been doing. Yeah, perform with the band. That's how we need to do it because then it's the best of both worlds. But when you trying to come and do your track, and I think that the last week, Devin, a little clip I saw, he was doing his track, you know, I don't know if he got up there with back, but it's like, nah, just make the whole show, with the band. Do y'all set with the band. Let's, come and let's rehearse it or however we got to do it. I think that gives the best show. And I think, like I said, best of both worlds. Yeah. Yeah, they played, man, Scarface and then rock with Northeast, everybody. A
Northeast
lot of people, CeeLo
Backyard.
used to come rock with still
Yeah.
familiar or familiar faces. And once they figured it out, they definitely gonna come and get with the band. And even if they did their set, they're gonna rock with the band too. Devin and Scarface, I think the most they do it the most for sure.
Yeah.
The Ibex for sure. Tycoon, the Ibex for me, hands down, no question.
My spot was always triples. That little motherfucker.
I never been there. I was too
That
young.
motherfucker was little. I'm trying to tell you. Motherfucker was wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. No, I heard about triples, man. I was just before my time, just right before my time.
Walk across the catwalk and go to the hotel. What was the name of the hotel? Anybody know the name of the hotel that was hooked onto triples? It's a good trivia question.
Yeah. Yeah, because them 85 hustlers know. Uptown hustlers, Southside hustlers. Remember that used to be the chant. Yeah, that's how it should be. And so that's what we working on, doing shows where it's together. I mean, and like you got super masters like Raphael Sadiq and them that know.
Yeah.
And when they come, they looking for backyard or somebody. They say, man, I ain't even playing around. I ain't even gonna try. And they got a band, but they know that go-go just hit different.
Yeah. If you want to always be welcome, get a band.
The Calorama room. Damn. I don't know why that looked funny. Did you spell that wrong, or is my drink making it?
It's a little blurry.
Yeah, it's making me stutter.
My spot was
the skate ring.
Oh, Crystals or which one? The John Laurel.
Seabrook or Crystals or Lexington Park. That was another joint, the Lexington or something. Oh, Triples was the hotel. That was right there on Branch Avenue,
that
right?
wasn't the name of the hotel. Triples was not the name of the hotel. Triples was the name of the club. But if you came out, you can walk across the catwalk, and there was a hotel connected to Triples. But the hotel had a name.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, that look a little better. I think I could have read it better, but appreciate it. C-Mail. So he said that's the Adams Morgan.
Huh?
Damn, skating ring at Adams Morgan.
It was a skating ring at Adams Morgan?
Man, look. Shabazz been out here with DJ CeeLo and Cool and them for like a
it was called the Wagon Wheel.
A long time. The Wagon Wheel?
The Wagon Wheel.
What's that?
That was the hotel that was connected to
Crystal. Oh, the Wagon Wheel. The Wagon Wheel. Okay. It would have just hit you, huh? Mm-hmm. Sweet say he loved triples. Triples had what? DJ Cool on a Sunday, and we would jump. Yeah, I know he was. I think he was there by himself for a minute. Then it was with a band, and then Pleasure and Junk had a night, and S's. It probably was. Oh man, look, that was right before my time.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
10 bands for $10. Come on. Them was the days.
And they playing all night. Man, we used to go to triples, and when we get home, we gotta take our clothes off outside and hang them up because the motherfuckers be soaked.
Right. Wow. But yeah, for me, the Ibex,
WST.
It's pretty much the 930 club, right?
Yeah, man.
I don't think I ever played in the Met. I be trying to remember now. If I did, it was like a one-off, but never. I never played. I mean, I would party there, but yeah, it was the Ibex, Zulu Cave, which became the Icebox, East Side. East Side was cool. Whole nother vibe. Black Hole played there. I used to play there every Friday. Celebrity Hall.
Yeah, y'all played the Rackets of Fitness?
Nope. That was right before. That was my first, like my second go-go for real. I went to a joint down the road with my man Everett Brown. Shout out Everett Brown, Obsession. He took me to see Obsession, and I saw Sweat. Blue Eyed Daryl. I think he was Hammer or Heartbeat. Or was it Rocksteady? I don't remember the Congo play. I was just young. I remember Blue Eyed Daryl, and I remember Wincy was playing the cowbell for High Cold Sweat down St. Mary's County. So that was the first joint. I'm like 14 or 15. My man took me to Racket and Fitness to see Northeast. And Dig Dug had 3 Rotatons and 2 Timbales. That's how old it was. And Sunshine and Juicy was up on the balcony. And they came out with Breaking My Heart. And Jeff threw the stick up. And I just remember I was turned out. So that was
shout out to jamming.
Yeah, look, ended in a car chase. I walked out, niggas fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm still young. But that was the first time, and it probably got closed right after that because that joint was a little wild.
Yes, indeed.
We're talking with Northeast. But yeah, nah. They had the strippers who Northeast? Or what club you talking about, Chameleon? You talking about Sunshine and Juicy? Then I started going to D Uniques up the street in Bladesburg.
Yeah.
And it was a little more intimate. And Sunshine and Juicy was right there. And I used to get right in front of Sunshine and then Jam and Jeff. I was in like 11th grade on a Thursday. Never forget it. Go up that joint every week. You know what I'm talking about? But them was my, you know what I'm saying? I was a little after a lot of them other spots. So I played in what's the Palace? That the joint on Kennedy Street, though, Paradise, the joint. I played with Prop, I think, and the Hugger Bucks up that joint. That joint on Kennedy Street. Playing there a couple times. But yeah, everywhere else. But the Ibex.
East Side.
Yeah, Ibex and East Side. At the time was the jumps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them was there. And then of course we were playing we're back on Fridays. Triples, East Side, the Palace. That was the joint on Kennedy Street. Man, be careful in there.
Absolutely.
I know. Now I have played in Barnett's and shit before the Huggerbucks. I have played in Barnett's. I played up the Stant Center in Annapolis a few times with a couple bands. That joint wasn't to be played with, that Stanton Center. But a lot of people know, about Coliseum. I don't even know where these places are. I be feeling like how I'm gonna be the historian. I don't even know. We ride by like, nigga, you don't know that was the Coliseum. It was right there.
Yeah.
The Coliseum, the Cherries, all these joints. I'm just not hip. That was a little before my time. And if you was living in the city, a lot of times when you're 13, 14, you know what I'm saying, you sneaking out with your older cousin and all that. But I was in Maryland at the time, you know what I'm saying, being a good old boy. So I ain't really started really hitting to, I started playing, we was like 14, 15 with potential. And I started, at least being on going to some joints. But yeah, that Palace was the joint. You hear me? Did I go up there? I think I've been up to Palace to see back too, but I know I played with Prop and maybe the Huggerbucks. But yeah, man. Them good old days. Look, we turned this to a conversation about spots from records.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all one conversation.
Don't can't forget a good old Wilmer's.
Wilmer's, absolutely. Inside and out.
Uh-huh.
And they had the inside joint too. Chicky. Progression. Chicky. Progression. See, a lot of people don't know about Progression and Regency. Well, let me say, they was more on the Maryland side. These Big Butch was dealing with them, doing a lot of Maryland shows. And then another fun fact, Backyard didn't play and they couldn't get a show in Maryland until they got with Big Butch. So Big Butch was the king of Maryland and the PA tapes before PA Palace, before Jam and Jeff. Big Butch was the guy for them tapes, and he was the one dubbing them in the back before you leave. So shout out to the legend. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care what y'all talking about. Big Butch did a lot for this culture. But like I said,
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Backyard, you can plead the fifth. I talked to him not too long ago. I was trying to get him on the Cheef and go. That's a little risky.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't do it.
I got to, but we talked about doing a documentary. Because, see, let me tell y'all something. Like, people tell me, I ain't going to play R. Kelly music. I ain't going to, we're going to take the Cosby Show off. These people don't have nothing to do with what they do behind closed doors. Do you know how many people do crazy stuff that you would never know about it? Just because they got, we know about it now, I ain't going to listen to Step in the Name of Love. Knock it off. Cut it out. I'm going to listen to Step, and
I
that
would say
song is immaculate. Not to mention just the genius that R. Kelly is, but
Absolutely.
yeah, the Cosby Show. How you not, nigga? You got raised off, and you could stop watching it today, but nigga, you already. If you scared of absorbing the pedophilia or the little whatever, but it's not happening.
But
Michael Jackson,
I'm
even
gonna
though I
say
ain't
this.
touched no kids, yeah, knock it off. I don't do that.
I'm gonna say this. You know, people say they can separate the music from the action. You know, I just say, man, that shit one and the same. Am I saying that if I hear R. Kelly don't come on the radio and but I'm not gonna support it. And then when I catch myself, I say, oh, you can't, because I can't support it. I can't support it. I can't separate the two. I'm just saying, I can't.
Yeah.
Is he a bad motherfucker? Is he a genius? Absolutely. The music he made, do I love it? Absolutely. But in good conscience, I can't support it.
Sugarcane Palace, yes, your
Sugarcane,
blast.
yeah.
This is my guy Kenny, Chef Kenny.
The best in the world.
Man, you know what I'm talking about. Man, look, when it come to that fork and that spoon, that knife and them seasonings, he gonna get it in. But now he got a he working on something too, a podcast with Latoya.
So affectionately known as Sister Girl. I got DJ. And the thing about both of these women are, Sister Girl, she'll fight a brick. That's just who she is. She love her kids. She's ferocious, smart, sharp. DJ is the same. You know what I mean? And very, very smart young lady who got a story. And man, we got a lot of hot shit coming. You know, some skits. There might be a manuscript. I was told I should say memoir, so it might be a memoir. So we got a lot of stuff coming. It's going to be different because the name of the podcast is This Ain't That. So we got a lot of different stuff coming. We ain't want to be the run of the mill. Let's talk about sex and not to say we ain't gonna have those aspects, but that's not our focus. You know what I mean? We want to do something a little different. So man, y'all got to stay tuned. We're gonna have a release party. You know, we'll let Cheefy know so he can come and do, and bring his platform and do some interviews and go live. We're gonna have merch. We're going all the way.
The whole nine. So
all the way.
This just a warm up. He wanted to come because he knew, he found out I did the Cheef and Go.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, come, check it out. And I sit in. I said, nigga, you gonna sit in on the show. But look, I gotta use the bathroom. Talk to him for a second. Look.
I did ask him for $500 though. I didn't lie. I said I can't sit up here for free.
Getting the driver's chair. Look, that's a good tycoon. That's a good little joint talk. I can write that.
What is this? Yeah, I asked him for $500. He told me all I got is $3 in food stamps. I tell you what, tight as crab pussy. If you
that was facts right there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. It was, DC always been very territorial. You know what I mean? Even though it's a small spot, and but it's just like if you're on the south side, for example, and you go to uptown, it's almost like a different world. And so you had that aspect, you know what I mean? So, we kind of, you had people that, play both ends. But for the most part, we tried to, it was separate. So, I'm telling you, man, I asked for 500. The man said all he had was IOUs and $3 in food stamps. He talking about $3 with the brown dollars from back in the day. So man, I guess I ain't had no choice but just to come on and take one for the team, So let me ask this. Who do you think is the best lead mic from
what I walk in on?
From let's say, because we're gonna all say well, I ain't gonna say we all gonna say Essence, but you know, a lot of us grew up with Essence, and so you know, we give Essence their flowers for sure. Uh, but let's say, who do you think is the best lead mic from 1995 to present day? Best lead mic, 1995 to present day.
Unless you was a girl. Hold up. I missed some stuff. You asked them who was the best lead mic from 1995
To present
today.
day.
And let me just be clear. R. Kelly, it seems like you're ready and you're boo. I'm not listening to none of that because that is just it strikes you. But I'm talking about Step in the Name of Love. It don't have nothing to do with that. So I'm just saying. And like I'm just overall art. It's so many people that you might watch. You might watch a newscaster every night and just be like, man, they might do all type of satanic freaky shit in the back. So you can't go through life living like that. To me,
say this. Going back to R. Kelly for a second. I seen R. Kelly right when everything was coming out. His ass was on the line. I seen him in Baltimore at what's that, Pier 7? And let me tell you some wild shit. He's singing, right? And it's dark. It's kind of dark where he's singing. But when the light came on over in the corner, he had about 15. It looked like a small choir, but it was all kids. They was all young women. And my thing is, now I don't know if them was the people that, you know, allegedly he did something to. I don't know. But I got sisters and nieces and mothers and females that I love and care about. And that shit ain't all right. I love the music. But I can't enjoy it the same way. It feels like you're ready. Who the fuck is you? Who are you talking about? The 13-year-old?
Yeah, exactly. No, I can't listen to that. I understand. No, I do understand.
I want to ride it.
I get it.
Come on. I can't.
I understand that.
Whatever y'all do is on y'all. I'm just saying me.
I get it. But I'm just saying, when I look at it like that, I'm just saying, especially like when we talking about Butch, I know the little guy, strangely enough, that ran out that day. But he did his time. That ain't got nothing to do with what he did for the coach. And the weird part about R. Kelly, is, he had Aaliyah. We all just was like just letting this shit go. It was okay with her, right? That all that was crazy. And then the other part is like some of these girls' parents, and you know they sold their kids. But that's not not the kid's fault. Right. That's the parents' fault, and it's on him. But I'm just saying, in general, when you're thinking about people in the public eye that you don't know personally, like they say, you don't want to meet your heroes. Right. It's just like, but I know what you're saying too. Like, if it's not resonating with you, you can't rock with it. So I'm just telling that. I just want people to look at it from a different perspective if they have never tried to think about it like that.
I never watched.
What's up, Pooh?
I never watched none of that shit because my thing is this. I feel like if he guilty, then he get what he got coming for fucking with somebody's babies. But on the other side of that, I'm not gonna celebrate a black man getting fucked around. I'm saying guilty or not guilty, I'm not gonna celebrate it. So I never watched none of the surviving R. Kelly's. I seen a small piece, and the part that I seen was the girl mother said she went to the hotel. She figured out where her daughter was at. She knocked on the door. And her daughter, somebody else answered the door. Then somehow the daughter came to the door or something like that. And the daughter said to the mother, "What you doing here? You're going to get me in trouble." And slammed the door in her face. The mother left. And when she got downstairs, I got to her car, the little girl texted her and said, "Come back at such and such time." Now, this is the only thing I'm saying. Who the fuck are you going to get in trouble by? I'm your parent.
Right.
I'm not leaving the door.
Right.
Until the police come and drag me out. Exactly. There's no other option. You ain't been home in months. I ain't heard from you in months. And when I do see you talking about get out of here or I'm gonna get in trouble, shitting me, I know you fucking lying.
And let me say, I haven't watched that. And sometimes when you watch them Jones, it make it worse. But I'm just saying in general, right? Kevin Spacey, all these freaking, in Hollywood and entertainment, Diddy, Clive Davis. Look, Marvin Gaye. How about that? Oh,
him too.
huh?
If he
Did y'all stop listening to Marvin Gaye?
If he
Huh?
did, I didn't know.
Did y'all hear what
about,
Quincy? That's what I'm saying. You didn't know, but so you still listening? All day, right? I'm just saying. It's so many people you don't know nothing that about their personal life. Man, Marlon Brando.
Fuck him too.
It's probably anybody that's super popular got something. Except Denzel. Will Smith got it. Everybody got dirt. Except like only people I know probably don't. I'm gonna just say Denzel. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. If you fuck with somebody's kids, fuck you.
Yeah, but it's just that's the world we live in. Duality and privacy and secret and freak shit and power and money, and you get money and power and somebody do it to you. And guess what? R. Kelly was abused. Most abusers are abused.
Right, hurt people. I get it.
But I'm just saying. I'm not gonna stop listening to Step Step in the Name of Love. I don't feel no way. But your booty, I'm not listening to none of that. It seems like you're ready. Nah. And bumping, I don't see nothing. Why would it be anything wrong with bump and grind if we both grown and consensual? I'm not listening to that.
Oh, so now you want to pick and choose?
Yeah, I'm just I told in the beginning, I said you're not going to stop me from listening to Step in the Name of Love.
Listen, let me
but the Cosby Show overall, because that's different. They did Bill dirty.
I don't agree with
that's a little different. Limit. But Butch and R. Kelly in the same basket. But I'm just saying, I'm saying for what he did for the, because that's how this started. What Butch did for the culture.
But you know how I feel.
Yeah, I'm just saying what Butch did for the culture. He's worth a documentary.
Yeah, but
right to know the history. That's okay. Everybody fuck up.
No, I ain't fuck up. I ain't fuck with nobody, babies. Listen,
man. Everybody, been to prison. Everybody got some dirt. You might not have.
The world can tell you
I ain't fuck with nobody babies.
I fuck with somebody babies. I fuck with somebody old people. None of that shit. This is, you know what this remind me of? This remind me of you finding out a nigga hot, right? And then you say, well, shit, he ain't tell on me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he with me. The nigga hot. You know he hot. But your excuse is, well, he ain't tell on me. Nigga, just ain't your turn yet. No, he ain't touch your daughter. And the only reason he didn't touch your daughter is because he didn't have the opportunity to.
Yeah. But if I'm not listening, me stopping to listen to his music don't mean somebody not gonna touch my daughter.
No, that just means I'm not supporting that.
I know, I get that part. That's what I'm saying. I respect that. I'm just saying I wanted to just give an overall perspective of how I had to, sit back and just look at it one day. Like, am I really not gonna listen to "Step in the Name of Love"? Look, that's really the only song. But I'm just saying. No, overall, I'm just saying when we talking about Hollywood and artists and all this type shit, because when you think about it, a lot of people got a lot of stuff that they had. All right, now we done missed. Hold up, we gotta go back to the comments. We done missed the lead talker joint, Donnell Floyd, Shablaz Lil Benny, Shablaz say Donnell Floyd. Man, Donnell's strong. Donnell got one of the strongest voice to this day. He sit there and he twit his little fingers and shit. I watch everybody little nuances, man. And he just, man, flat out to this day with push play.
Yeah.
Man, it's an energy that Donnell got that's unmatched, Slim. So
somebody said Big G's voice.
Yeah, Big G.
Okay.
Big G got a hell of a voice.
32.
Michelle Blackwell.
Oh, because I wasn't sure who they meant when they said Michelle. I didn't know if they were talking about Miss Kim or.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Miss Kim. But yeah, I think that's Michelle Blackwell. Big G. All right, 32. Tycoon. That's my cousin Tony. Hey Tony. So and then you say 32 NEG best on the mic. So 32. Not rapper. Hold up. What we talking about here? Hold up. Now this is controversy time. Let's argue, sir. Yeah, okay, yeah, but look, I don't know about that. Now, 32, hold it down. They did a joint at Fast Eddie's. Rapper, everybody flaked out. 32 did all the parts and was turning around and doing them joints.
Oh, you was there.
So
I didn't even know you.
I wasn't there. I just saw the video,
yeah,
but so I remember and I talked to Kyrie after that. It was a whole thing with Northeast, but he did that shit. Like I said, I ain't taking 32 bad man. Right, coming off Donnell Floyd, a lot of his influence came from that energy. But I would have just thought if he said 95 to now,
95 to now,
I thought I would put rapper before that. But yeah, okay, 32, respect.
So look, I just see we got any more on that topic, and then I'll say something.
Are we still there? Okay.
He
But
said,
yeah,
"Dirt ain't all
this
the
is a
same,
good show.
though."
Every time
Shit,
me and
me.
Kenny come together at cookouts, we always have great combos. That's why I knew this would be
Bill did some of them women dirty.
oh, definitely. Oh, Bill was slipping them joints,
And
but
like,
some of that shit was over the counter back in the day. And you knew what the casting couch was, white girl. You knew what it was when you came to see Bill. He was like, I'm in the pudding
the
pop.
pudding
I'm
pop.
gonna take drink to die. I'm gonna slip you this pudding pop. I'm not saying nobody's innocent, but it's just like the way they came after that man, after
Bucko.
all he did for the culture,
Now,
that
I'm gonna
old,
tell you
and
the
put him
only
in
thing I
jail.
don't agree with.
That was just wild to me.
The time from when it happened to the time when he got
Yeah.
in the course vision, I think that's a little
Yeah, and I know
don't agree with that
I
part.
know
of
people
it.
be traumatized,
But if he did,
and all
fuck
the
him
they
too.
come out after one said, and all a lot of them come out. But some of that should be some bullshit too. But I get it too. People won't be wanting to say nothing because they embarrassed. Because you should have known better, ho. Dog. Kids say the darndest things and all that shit, man. Look, that's what I'm saying. Look, if Bill Cosby got dirt, trust me, man, these niggas got dirt.
Yeah, for sure.
Which part of the city had the best broad? Largo,
I want to say Maryland.
Largo, Hattsville.
I want to say Maryland. Pick apart Maryland.
Pick apart Maryland. Yeah. Pretty Girl County, goddammit.
Yeah.
I just remember we played at Largo High School, and just traveling, man. They had some, man, Largo. I'm trying to think, it's probably another one.
Largo, Bowie.
Boy, like, yeah, the joints out, but
Yeah.
it was some bad joints at Blade, but it was like three or four of them.
Yeah.
It was some bad joints at Central, but it was like 3 or 4 of them.
3 or 4.
At Northwestern, it was like, yeah.
Northwestern
Maya, her little friend I used to talk to, and another girl. Like, nah, Northwestern might have had.
Yeah, Northwestern was heavy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
They probably had some joints now that I think about it. I just wasn't. I ain't too familiar. Okay.
So let me say this on the lead mics. And we all got a different.
I used plastics. Hey, my man Damon Moore is just crazy, y'all. Right? He is sad. His nigga birthday a couple days before mine. Our birthday's coming up too. 27th, 29th. Oh, he's the 28th. I'm the 29th. He's a wild man. I listen to all music. Kelly's slow stuff too. I used to apply it to my wife. I use it to, man. He's a wild boy. He will say anything. Love you, nigga.
I'm not passing judgment. What you do,
all
is
dirt
what
ain't
you
the
do.
same.
I'm just saying, for me, I can't. Now, if the motherfucker catch me, I ain't really paying attention. The motherfucker, keep it on. I might bob my head. I say, oh, goddamn.
Toya said that. Yeah, this is a great topic. This shit could go for 3 hours.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely, for sure.
If you do it live,
I can't wait for y'all to meet these girls, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say girls, these women, man, they tough. They beat me up. We've been doing some mock shows. I get my ass beat on that show.
That's good though.
I'm gonna have to start bringing security.
That's good. That energy, right? The male and the female. So
yeah,
definitely Blackwell is a legend.
Blackwell,
for sure. For sure. Uptown Zone. That's my man Mahmoud. Shout out Mahmoud, the legend.
Yeah.
A lot of great things.
So let me say this on the lead mic. So, I was a junkie maniac. Love bugs.
She said Maryland bye. Whatever. Oh my God. Girl, stop. Uptown. Okay, yeah. All that, of course. Uptown. You know what I'm saying? We used the upper this town, right? We walked this Coma Pop.
Like I said, we all gonna have our own opinions of who we feel like is the best lead mic. You know what I'm saying?
E from OP Tribe, definitely one of the best. Go ahead.
What I'll say is this. For me, what I know is anything Donnell Floyd touch pretty much turns to gold. Pretty much. And anything Robert do turn to gold.
Hence 911. They was talking about the ladies being the pretty ladies uptown. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
They did.
Facts.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
facts. That's facts. I had a couple. But go ahead. The coolest high school team. Yeah, that's facts. You're saying Donnell.
Anything. I just feel like anything he touched, I'm just going. I'm not. We did was what Essence was great, but I'm saying after Essence, from Essence to today, Anything he touched turned to gold.
Mm-hmm.
I think that same thing with Rap or Chris or whatever we call him today. Anything he touched turns to gold. 32. Let's get to 32. But every band doesn't need a woman.
That's a great
So
point.
I want to get to that in a minute. But I want to touch that. So 32. I love Northeast. Northeast is my band. You know what I'm saying? So let me say this. When D Floyd was with Essence, right? He was the 2. He was second mic. So basically the rapper of the group.
And a saxophone player.
And the saxophone player. So he was basically the rapper of the group, right? And sometimes in life, if you are the 2, you the 2.
You can't express yourself
and you can't
fully in your capacity, right?
Right.
You only got so much
that
room.
thing in you.
Yeah.
You a 2 because
exactly.
that's what the setup is. But
Yeah.
you got that thing in you.
Yeah.
And Donnell always had the thing in him.
Yeah. And that being that 2 help put that thing. I mean, help build that influence in him. We ain't about to do the
I hate to say
shit.
what I'm about
That's
to say.
That's a fact though.
I hate to say what I'm about to say. Because I'm Northeast. I love Northeast. From give me a home where the buffaloes roam.
And the deer and the animal.
Yeah.
Way back. In
my opinion.
And the women can't do no wrong.
32, and I hate to say this, 32 is not and will ever be, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, and everybody got one like an asshole. 32 will not, and now or forever be, in my opinion, a lead mic. It's just not who he is. Flavor Flav will never be motherfucking a rapper. That's just not who he is. Now, is 32 the best at what he do, or one of the best at what he do? Absolutely. Can he hold Northeast down if some shit happens? Absolutely. And I want y'all to think about it. But a lead mic, I just don't think so.
I'm with
and
you.
I love him. 32, if you listening, or somebody call that nigga, I don't want to fight.
Because he will. I'm gonna punch you in your face. Nah,
but I don't want to fight. I love
respect.
you. It's just my opinion. I love what you do. I think you're great. You've done the amazing shit for the culture and the genre and all that. This is just my
even
opinion.
As a host.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying, and I'm with you on that, because one of the most important things, probably the most important attribute of a lead talker, is a strong voice. It's a voice that is strong, right? I ain't gonna say it gotta have bass in it. It's just strong, because Funk didn't necessarily have a bass, but it's just something about his voice that was penetrating. And like Genghis, rapper. I mean, we talking about Michelle. Of course, that's a little different. She's a woman, but it's an energy too. But a voice that comes with that bugs. It's just like I said, it ain't about high or low, bass or not. But yeah, I don't feel like 32 possesses that ultimate lead talker voice that is a control. I can't explain it, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It's a certain thing. Benny had it. Big Tony got it. Sugar Bear got it. Derek got it.
Yeah.
Scooby got it. I mean, like I said, it ain't high low. It's just it's more like an energy or control.
It's the
and then
So I'm a chef, right? That's what I do for a living. I'm a chef, and in my position, it's a mindset. It's people skill. It's certain things I gotta possess. I can walk in anybody's kitchen. I don't care if I've never cooked anything on your menu.
It's a feel.
I can go in that kitchen and get it done because I am a chef. I can wash dishes. I can sweep floors. But I'm a chef. 32, in my humble opinion, not expert, in my humble opinion, is one of the best second mics there is.
Yeah. Yeah,
But would
nah.
I go? I ain't gonna,
Yeah,
he's one of the best second mics there is. I just don't think he's. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what you
you
do.
know,
Both rapper and 32, since they've been apart, they hit one thing that's the exact same. What's the joke? Get them up. Come on. You tell me which one you like the best.
right.
I'll wait. They
Yeah.
saying the same thing.
But
But
now,
which one of those two songs that's the exact same beat, and I don't know who made it up or who it came from originally,
yeah,
but they both do it. And
yeah,
you tell me which one you like.
yeah. But now, like I'm here, we like piling on 32, and like my man
I'm
Kyrie
sorry.
said, it shouldn't even be a topic. That's not even we like he said we all know like that's facts. Like
Okay.
somebody said that in the comments,
Okay.
and we just kind of
I digress.
Kenny just kind of he might be 32. I don't
And I
know. He might
love
got
him, man.
something
I'm
personal.
please, no,
No,
it ain't. I swear.
nah,
Northeast
but
Groovers is my band.
but
And I love
yeah, nah, I
32.
think you just went on it
And
because
it's
like
no
yeah,
shade.
why? Yeah, I mean, but that's Tony. I don't know what the hell tapes Tony listening to or ghost shows he been to, but no, I'm with you 100%. Nah, this we definitely got other. We was naming all the ones from '95 to now, and that's definitely not where we should be parked.
My apologies.
No, you good.
Because I don't want it to
We
seem like,
elaborating though.
you
It's
know what
all
I'm saying? Because
good.
it ain't that I love him. And 32 with whatever band he with, I'm
But
going to
you
see.
but you did say you're a Northeast fan,
And I'm a
so
Northeast
that's
fan.
why he had to get deep into that because it's like the audacity. But nah.
Yeah, and it ain't that
Yeah,
he don't do his shit. Because I
yeah,
was at
no,
the
he
show that
32 bad,
you
yeah,
said and that
Fast Eddie,
motherfucker
bad
did carry the
motherfucker,
whole show.
bad mother. He
And
did it.
then
He did it for years before when
and
rapper
this
wasn't fucking
and
with him.
this the crazy part. I was at the show and Robert came. Robert came.
Mm-hmm.
He walked in,
And
walked to the
Hug came.
stage.
What's up,
Yeah,
Marcello? Yeah,
walked to the stage, and the motherfucker disappeared. And 32 held it down and did a hell of a job.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Northeast was going through some shit right that time. I talked to Kyrie. That was some wild shit. I'm glad to see they back in full stride right now. So, but yeah, that was just a wild little time. Yeah, what's up, Marcello? I appreciate you. He always tuning in. Appreciate the love. A Saquon Congo album. I put something on. I chopped up that last. Well, you better move something CD, just like the percussion parts. I got that on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just you talking about just chopping up some joints. That's a good idea. But yeah, so man, 32 rapper. Yeah, like
Genghis.
why would even 32 come out? I mean, I guess because he did hold it
He
down when
did.
Rapper was
He
gone
did.
and in different moments. And he had mixed band. And now is the thing about it is this is bring it all the way home. He's with the Jam and Jeff, the
DC
District
King.
Kings,
Yeah,
right?
District Kings.
And Pee Wee is running the one, right? Man, Pee Wee used to play with the Hugger Bucks and Unique. What the fuck up, man? I always thought Pee Wee played with Jigaboo, but Unique, what was that band they was with? But Pee Wee got that voice. Very similar to rapper. And Joey and Ali, like them, they got a similar tone, but he just has that's he's always been a one. So I'll be looking at that and just kind of knowing who 32 is and the things he's done, the bands he's
A
been
bad
through, like pretty
motherfucker.
much done
Bad
did more
motherfucker.
than anybody over time.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, damn,
for sure.
he falling back and taking that two spot to Pee Wee to, you know what I'm saying, who's a little newer in the game, a little less portfolio resume credentials. And I respect that. But because it's all about the sound, right? One band, one sound. So whatever we got to do to bring this sound across, right? Everybody play their part. I respect that. But just to say, yeah. So we was talking about actual ones. Yeah. 95 Hugglebucks. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. Hopefully it was on my YouTube.
He said, what did it say? What somebody just said which Joan had the most girl fights?
Oh,
Man, I don't know. That shit was going down, man.
the most fights.
Girls and fighting with us and fighting on their own and
The Met, the East Side, the Ibex. Oh, the Taj Mahal.
yeah.
The Taj Mahal might have had. That was another jump. The Taj Mahal, and what was the jump? Because the Icebox was the blocker with Taj Mahal was what what's it called? Not Bliss no more. It's called the Taj Mahal, because that jump will be pitch black. I seen, man, I done been in there, and on New Year's Eve, and they wouldn't let us out. They smashing cars in the front. And we had the little girls from Bowie, the little light-skinned pretty Jones we playing with junk. They get sliced with razors, and man, I just and the Taj just in general.
Yeah.
I don't know that for me. I know the Taj was treacherous. You get your ass whooped in there, Slim.
You better know it.
The hole, even with the metal detector.
I don't think that bitch worked.
Yeah,
right. I don't think it worked right.
We talking about halls though. We just talking about room and people and beef.
Yeah,
Slim.
Yeah. What about the jump they use? It wasn't the real every weekend spot, but every now and again, Brian Manor.
Yeah, is it called Burn Man or Brian Man?
Brian Manor.
Yeah, people call it Brian, but I think it's BY. And it seemed like it's spelled Burn, but I could be wrong. The Jones like Oxon Hill, right?
Yeah,
out that way.
No, right there by Greater Southeast Hospital. Right across
Willow
from Greater
Road,
Southeast. That's Southern Avenue.
Southern Ave. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Out that way. That's what I meant. My bad.
Yeah.
I ain't mean. I might have misspoke. The Icebox, definitely. Oh, I seen some niggas get mopped up at the Icebox after security. So this is the thing about the go-go back in the day. You fight at the go-go,
you got to fight who you fighting,
and then the security gonna mop your ass up. 2 times twin. And PG, that one nigga from PG, look at Metro World, you gonna see him. Man, if you don't win your fight with your ops, man, them niggas might pick you up and carry you out and be the whole way out, they're gonna fuck you up and might get outside and fuck you up. They had the liberty too. That was the thing. Like you fight back then, the Wilmers Park and all them, like, yeah, you gonna get fucked up twice. So you better win the fight. Yep. East side, the Icebox, Black Hole, all them joints. Look, the Met. I used to, like I said, I don't even think I ever played in the Met, but I would go up there, catch Northeast and back, and catch them beat downs. Like cold outside, I used to leave out that back door. Like, let me leave a little bit early. This, you know how you could feel that shit about to come to it. Like, let me get out of here. And I come out and they just mopping a nigga up on the median strip, Tim's and 30 degrees, and niggas head hitting the curb and slam shots. Yeah.
Shit go down. You go this way and go that way. Everybody meet right over here.
Yeah.
Shit was strategic.
The D Unique too. D Unique. 25-hour store used to come in that joint. It's like crazy. Yeah, music is great, but we just talking about the culture. We about to get up. We about to get up out of here. Which crew?
Yeah, since they ain't giving that $500, I thought I was gonna better pay half of my rent or some shit.
Yeah, I wish. I'm trying to get somebody to give me $500. I'm about to start when I come in here. I'm not even gonna start cooking until y'all donate. I'm just letting y'all know. Next week it's gonna be no cooking until we get a little juking. We need some donations going on. This shit ain't for free.
This shit ain't for play.
Man, it's not for play. You know how long it took me to learn this shit, and I'm talking about how much it take to sit here and come on here and get enough energy to come here and
be consistent,
and do this show
and entertain
while life be lifing. And I be wanting to come in and say, "Oh y'all, fuck everybody, fuck Trump." It's like, nah, I'm playing, but nah.
Hey, how about I'm coming through the Third Street Tunnel today, right? About 2:30, 3 o'clock. Why is it a white dude in the middle of the street with a fuck Trump sign up? Man, I was on Rhode Island, I think, one day at Nina joint Provost. We was about to do something. A nigga had the chopper, you know what I'm saying? The white dude rolled down. Nigga had a fuck Trump flag flying off the back so elegantly and big. That joint was huge. I said, man, I love it. I wanted to get a video, but it went by too fast. And he was probably cranking some Northeast or something. I love to see when niggas on the Spider
the choppers and the motors, them Harleys,
Shout out to
cranking
the
that
Slingshot
go-go. The
boys.
slingshots, I love that, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Bunch of them motherfuckers, man. Slingshot boys, man.
Slingshot boys, for sure. They be parked up at when I started going when they was doing the Joan Forestville.
Man,
What's that joint? The Urban Crab.
man.
They be out there. I mean, they out there. They gonna get some of these young girls. I'm talking about with these neon lights and shit. I'm talking about play this '94 Northeast, and they gonna love it. Pop the coochie. Yeah, but you're right, Kari. We're not gonna get into too much of the violent side and all that and all that. That's for another show.
I don't never want to talk about that. Go man is our love. It's ours. You know what I'm saying? And no way, is it no hate or putting nobody down? Because guess what? I ain't in the band, so I already don't qualify. You know what I'm saying? And I never hated on anybody that's doing it. So it's never no hate, man. I love all them guys, G and all of them. You know what I mean? Because without them, DC, the whole landscape of DC would be different. Without Chuck Brown and Trouble Funk and EU and all junkyards and Northeasters and OP tribes and all them dudes, man, the whole landscape of DC would be different.
They gave us our swag.
Absolutely.
What would we have to brag about? You know what I'm saying? That nobody else in the world got if it wasn't for the go-go culture. That's our trophy.
I travel all over the world cooking. I'm a traveling chef. They send me everywhere. There's two things I always got with me: a Washington Redskins jacket or shirt, not jersey, because it'd be cold sometimes. I got one with a little extra fabric and shit. Washington Redskins something, and go everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly my flag. I'm DC all the way.
Exclusive.
Nigga, I love motherfucking Condoza, Petworth, DC United, all of them. Murray, everything. DC all the way.
Exactly. My man Kari said you can't make good music sleeping in silk sheets. That's referring to that 500, I'm thinking, right? It's
man,
but
look,
we're
gonna have to talk to him,
man. I'm sleeping on the air mattress, right? I'm sleeping on this couch back here now.
Man, look,
now that's facts.
Once you see this beautiful room, man, there's all kinds of shit in here. I'm trying to figure out how I can sneak something out of here.
There's some equipment in here, but that's facts though. You get, when you ain't hungry, you ain't gonna hunt, right? So a lot of rappers, our favorite rappers and certain people, athletes and all, you get that check, you get that bag, and you don't perform the same. So that's a fact. We gotta keep it hungry stay hungry to keep it consistent. But like I said, I'm serious. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna start doing the beginning of the show, and I ain't gonna cook until I get a little something. It ain't gotta be much, but god damn, man, there's all this information, all this knowledge we doing. My man Kenny, we gonna do a cooking show too.
Oh,
you already know we gonna come in here and do some cooking too. Hey. But definitely appreciate y'all, man. We gotta get out of here. You said the Drummer in the Congo album.
Absolutely.
Man, the legend. We wouldn't. A lot of niggas wouldn't be shit without Marion Barry, right?
Boy, all the motherfucking summer jobs I got.
Summer jobs. That's what I hear.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah.
Mayor for life.
Mayor for life. What's that? Ward 8?
You better say it.
You hear me? Yep, we're gonna do them albums though. That's a great idea, man. Nicky Bonds talked about stuff like that, like kind of like Mickey did.
Me, take me on out
to the go.
Yeah, man, I gotta get me on one of them bands. Let me sing or something, man. Damn, tambourine. Can I play the air cowbell or something?
Yes, indeed. DC Parks and Recs and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna get you on there. We're gonna get you on the track. We're gonna get you on. We're gonna get you going shing with the spatula.
Oh no, what's that little motherfucking thing that they
the kabasa?
Yeah, give me something, god dang.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Mel B, Black Butterfly. Yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. We getting on out of here. It's the Cheef and Go with my man Chef Kenny.
I'm working on that 500, y'all. Stay tuned. I'll let you know what happened.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dig into that account and see what we got.
If anybody knows his social security number, let me know.
Yeah.
And file them on my taxes.
Yeah. Nobody know that. Marionberry, they switched half of Good Hope Road to Marionberry Avenue or Street or Road Drive, Marionberry, right?
Yeah, fuck Trump for
right there
taking out Black Lives Matter Road or Street or whatever it was.
Man,
some of them a bitch.
Fuck the orange clown. Fuck
Okay, fuck me. Okay, nobody likes me. I know. I love black people. The government's open. You're welcome. Everybody can get back to their good government jobs and their Jordans and crab legs and
Fucking
Hennessy. And
bastard.
we love black people. DC, P. Diddy. I'm going to get him out. He's my friend. You know, and nobody likes me, but that's okay.
Man, we gotta figure out a way. I'm not gonna say that on the
Yeah.
air. We gotta get him out of there. But all right, y'all, man, we gone. Appreciate you, Latoya.
Stay
Looking
tuned.
forward to
Stay tuned. This ain't that.
This Ain't That podcast.
Latoya, DJ, Chef Kenny the Great. We're gonna get it, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna have a podcast release. He gonna know, so y'all gonna know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
And I'm gonna play the drums and strip that night.
And whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Vanilla Thunder.
Hello, I'm not gonna be there. Because I don't need
to R.
see.
Kelly music.
Look, he can't even unbutton his shirt.
I only got one hand, y'all.
Oh, cripple monk.
We gonna have fun, y'all. As
Absolutely.
always, keeping it cranking for the culture. Go Loops, Lux Radio. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like, share,
Absolutely,
comment,
absolutely.
donate to the Cash App.
This Ain't That coming soon.
$ Go Loops.
Hello.
Make sure y'all hit the website. Anybody producing Go. That was one thing I wanted to finish with, right? We went all the way back to the first recordings of Go, the impact, the heights that they rose to and all that. We didn't get through everybody, CCB and Fatty and some of the newer records, but we kind of went through, that era where it was charting, right? So now, where are we at today? What are we doing? Who's recording go music? There's no excuses. I don't got a band. You don't need a band. Oh, you can't record in the studio. It don't sound the same, man. Figure it out, right? Some of that stuff we talking about was recorded in the studio. Everything wasn't live. Of course, it's better live. But we got gogoloops.net providing you with all the tools you need to create crank. All you need is the imagination and the commitment. Put your time in. Go and buy you some packs. You know what I'm talking about? Get you got the beat foundation there. You get what I'm saying? Get you a guitar player, whatever. Do some of it live, do some of it beats. I got live samples, I got studios, drum samples, congos. Get the shit, play it yourself, flip it up, mix it and reverse it.
Hello.
Okay?
Don't forget, man, this is very important. Shop Black.
Definitely.
Shop Black. We got a lot of black business in DC, a lot of black shit. Shop Black, man. Support our people. Fuck Christmas. I love Christmas. Not because I get something, because I don't. But I love the fact that I know that somebody gonna wake up and get exactly what they want. But fuck them right now. Fuck Christmas. Let's boycott y'all. Keep that money, man.
Yeah.
Keep that money.
Yeah. I was gonna say that the
money.
government open, but Christmas still closed.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
Don't fuck them.
Black Friday, man, cut it out.
Walmart,
as long as we giving
Target,
and feeding them money, feeding the pig, they gonna keep oppressing and doing what they want to do. If you supporting anything, it should be black.
It should be
homegrown business.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about black and under the white. Black in general, but
this is what we should do. We should get together on Christmas. We should put some shit out there. Let's get together on Christmas and let's go down somewhere and feed the homeless. Let's feed the homeless.
Yeah.
Everybody, let's just get together and feed the homeless. Save that money that you would have spent on your kids, get some Jordans, or I just heard motherfucking $1,000 jeans. I don't have none. Well, like some, but I ain't got that much money. Yeah. Let's take that shit and let's go and buy some fucking rotisserie chickens or cook some chickens and French fries and pudding and shit. And let's go feed the homeless.
Let's get some socks. Yeah, let's give them some socks and little simple, stuff that people need.
Real shit. I always tell people, just because I never stood in front of a 7-Eleven or on a medium and panhandled and asked people for money, it wasn't because I wasn't that poor. It's just because it didn't happen to me. But I was at one time fucked up too.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah.
Man, let's fuck Christmas. Let's give back to our people.
That's right. I
fuck
love
them
it.
People. Fuck Walmart, Target, all of them.
All that shit.
Fuck them.
They don't love us. We shouldn't be showing them no love.
Let's pop them bitches. Not really.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
Put and pop down. I appreciate it. That's a great message, Kenny. We getting out of here because
to love y'all.
I gotta go find this 500.
Yes, sir.
One love, keep it cranking.
Cut some grass, shovel some snow, something.
For the culture.
Dog, something.
My man, Chef Kenny. This Ain't That coming
This Ain't That
soon.
coming soon. Stay tuned, man.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. 95, I pledge allegiance to the great. Oh, as long as I'm alive.
Cheef and go.